Welcome to step 15, looking at your fixed expenses. So as we just covered in the last step, now that we have all of our expenses out on the table and the different categories we might look at them by, with this step, we're going to look at fixed expenses. Typically, a fixed expense is something that is a set amount that you have little control over, has a regular time interval, be that monthly or yearly, can't be cut down without making a big change or having some sort of substantial financial risk, and is crucial for your day-to-day living. So this is really highlighted by what Dave Ramsey talks about when he says, financial peace isn't the acquisition of stuff, it's learning to live on less than you make so you can give money back and have money to invest. You can't win until you do this. So let's talk about how to utilize our 4 criteria for a fixed expense and how to identify something as a fixed expense. For example, let's look at your internet bill. So of course, you get a bill every month for a set amount that you have no control over. Once you're locked into the contract for your internet, that's generally it. Regardless of how much internet you use for that month, even if you are away for a vacation or something like that, you still pay a set amount, and that's that. So yes, it has a set amount and it also has a regular time interval, usually a month or every 3 months, depending on how the contract is worded. Now, the third criteria, you can't cut down on the expense without making a big life change or running a substantial financial risk. Well, cutting out internet might be a big life change for you. Certainly, if you already got rid of your cable TV bill and now you're using Netflix instead, well, maybe that was the smart move for your entertainment needs and you're saving money as a result. So no, I'm not advocating that you cut out the internet too. I would certainly go crazy if I didn't have it. But I am saying that it's something that you're not dependent on and really therefore does not meet the criteria of a fixed expense and should not be labeled as such. Whereas if we look at something like a rent or a mortgage, this is definitely something that is a set amount that you have no control over. Obviously, you could move somewhere or get roommates or something like that. That's not what we're talking about here. It's a set amount. You need it. It has a regular time interval, and getting rid of it would mean that you're homeless. So definitely something that you want to keep. This is definitely a fixed expense. So for the Ready Set plan of this step, just go through the expense categories that we listed in the last step, find the ones that are fixed expenses for you. Some ideas would be mortgages or rent payments, insurance, taxes, and any other bills that you need to survive in some way. Once you're done with this, I want you to add the total of your monthly fixed expenses and the total of your yearly fixed expenses. Once you've done that, let's move on to variable expenses.